Hi, this is Chris and Amy from Terra Nova Fitness. We're on the road today in sunny Maury Point in Pacifica, California. This is part 2 of the runner's warm-up of a series of at least 50. We're tackling tissue quality, mobility, flexibility, activation, force production, power, and some mechanics. First things first, runner's toothbrush must have in your toolbox. We're going to use the runner's toothbrush on your glute medius. The way we find that is you put your hands on the side of your hips, rock it to the left, rock it to the right. That muscle you feel, that's your target for today. So in between the bowl and the tree, right? You're gonna push up against that muscle and seek out tender spots. I notice with some of the runners we coach, there's the same side tenderness on the knee that they have complaints on. Myself, I have a glute medius trigger point. If I don't work it out every day, I get irritation in my knee. That trigger point pulls things out of alignment. So you get release here by working that trigger point. We're gonna pretend Amy did both sides, right? Nice. Next one up, hip mobility. Amy's gonna get on all fours and she's simply gonna rock her hips back towards her heels. It's a very simple exercise, but it's very important. If profile view, if you were to cut your body in half from front and back, most of the runners we coach come in and their front part of their body is over dominant. And what that does, it pulls that femur anterior and it buds into the head of your hip. And you complain of hip capsule tightness. You can relax, Amy. But think about your femur as a flag. In the front of your body and the back of your body, there's a tug of war going on. You want equal force. You want that flag in the middle. This exercise rocks that femur posteriorly. So we're gonna give back some balance to your hip. All right. Next one up is a mobility and activation exercise. Elbow and step to groiner, right? Groiner position, she steps forward, keep going. She slides that elbow down her thigh and then tripods back up for a hamstring stretch. She's gonna do 8 to 12, sliding it down the middle. And then she's gonna go across her body. Nice, across her body. Hip mobility, squeezing on the backside glute, activation. I want you to try to rip your jeans or your pants or your shorts on this one. Nice. We're gonna pretend Amy did both sides. Next one, so we activated there. And one of my teachers is fond of saying fire, wire, and seal. So we fired some movement. Now we're gonna wire that movement with perfect strides. Find a tree, get a falling distance, about 45-degree angles, and she's gonna work her perfect strides, right? Front side, hip, knee, toe, triple extension, back leg, triple extension. Squeezing glutes. Hold 2 to 5 and then switch, right? Awesome. You're working force production, mechanics. You're sealing what you just activated. Perfect strides. Awesome. Relax. Next one. So that is the active mechanics of running. You're conscious exerting a force into the ground. But there's also passive mechanics. Those bounds and hops, that elastic energy. And we're gonna tap into that elastic energy with our phase 1, which is squat jumps, okay? So you're simply gonna squat and then jump up and stick your landing. Nice, stick that landing. Awesome, relax. Much like Olympics, you have 2 scores. You have your difficulty score, which is your height or distance, but you also have your execution. That's your landing mechanics. You must land in the same position you took off, okay? So go ahead and starting position of squat. This is the same position you want to land in. What you don't want to see is a melting candle effect where your hips come in, right? So what we teach a lot of people is imagine your feet are on dinner plates. Spin the dinner plates with your feet, create that torque, that stability torque in your hips, and you can generate far more force, okay? And we're just doing eight times, maybe 2 sets, okay? Next one is a little bit more advanced. It's the single leg version, but much like most things, you have to earn your way to that, right? We're gonna do a clearing assessment first, and go ahead and grab your knee, let go. Can you hold this static position in alignment? Is this all straight? Are you leaning from side to side? Is the stance leg locked in and stable, or do you have that drunk knee effect? Amy's clear on this side. Switch sides. Nice. Nice, tall, peerless strength. Everything's in alignment. That knee is perfect. It's not going in and out. So Amy is clear on this next single leg exercise. We're gonna be facing the tree, lift off 1 foot, and she's gonna squat jump and stick that landing. Nice. We'll do 5 of these. Again, we're tapping into those passive mechanics of running, the elastic energy. You must work power if you're a runner. More power, more horsepower. Awesome. So that is part 2 of the runner's warm-up.